CBA is a really unique school. Our high school is just as unique as our lower school and our middle school.
As a family progresses through the grade levels, the needs for that family change. So an elementary and a lower school education is going to be centered around nurturing and that environment of care and play and creativity and expression. And so as we move into the upper school, sometimes families tend to refocus their attention away from play and away from experience to kind of the hard-nosed side of academics. Now, that's a lot to do with where we came from as people, because that's what education systems were for us. But here's the thing we have to remember. Education was based upon the Industrial Revolution. It was this batching of people and sending them into a very rote world of industrialization. Right now, you could go into the world and be a remote worker. You could live in China and work in Japan. You could live in the Philippines and work in Iowa. Remote technology, all of those things have changed the composition of our workers so much. What we have to do is present our students with opportunities to be prepared for that world. So one of the things that I use to help myself understand this is company loyalty. Years ago when I was coming up, what we wanted was stay with a company for years and years and years, because that's how you show loyalty and that's how you advance. CEOs are actively saying right now, I'll take a person who's spent time with 5 different companies because they've learned everything I need to know to perfect my company. There is a transition around moving rapidly in our society. So what we want to do is, the way that a person succeeds in that type of an environment is to be opportunistic and to understand what I need to take advantage of. And so our education model is purposely not a rote experience that just builds on a traditional level of interaction, but it is designed to allow students to have the freedom to say, that makes sense for me, or in the spectrum of this project, I want to apply my unique skill set in this way. Now, what's going to happen is, in 10th grade English, when you did a project on comparing a government system to this novel, and you got to create your own utopia or dystopia, you got to do that in a way that meets the rigorous goals of the project. It analyzes, synthesizes, and evaluates that content. Bloom's taxonomy, that's a very high level of thinking, but it's doing it in a way that makes sense to you and allows you to pour your passion into that. That's opportunistic thinking, and that's what you're going to need when you get into the world.
We are looking for that opportunistic student, somebody who wants to bring their creative side, their innovative side to CBA, willing to work, willing to get creative, and be a part of a community.
Our students are part of Pistol Creek Day, building these cardboard boats for the cardboard boat race, these engineering feats. Our high school students get to give back to our middle school students and our lower school students through Bobcat Buddies, so they get that interaction and are able to mentor those younger students. Our students are able to experience cultural immersion trips to Costa Rica or the Navajo Nation. We have a group of strings and singer students this year going to Chicago, so getting to be able to experience the arts. Our summit series, our students kind of make this trek through going up a mountain through their high school career, going to classes like base camp and navigation and expedition and summit, where they're learning how to be successful in high school and successful beyond high school, in college, career, and life.
So the opportunities are endless here. I mean, if you're bringing ideas, you're bringing passions and goals and hobbies and dreams to us, we want to help make that a reality. And if we know what they're passionate about and they're bringing ideas to the table and they're saying, this is where I want to go, help me get there, we do that. We don't let them fall through the cracks. We do that and we say, okay, this is your option, this is your option, and then we don't just come to the table with one option. We connect with them and we say, well, you want to be a marine biologist? Do you want to be on the East Coast? Do you want to be on the West Coast? Because these are the colleges that are offering that. You know, these are the scholarships that you can get. I am excited to be a part of this team, excited to be a part of this school. This is the best place that I have ever worked, and I know that as a family, if you bring your student here, you won't look back because it is the best place to be.